Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips a balance in favor of fair use. Okay, you guys, so this is from abc.net.au, Australia, I believe. South Korean cult leader sentenced to prison for detaining and abusing followers in Fiji. Notice it's always the same story, isn't it? And nobody knows any of this is going on until it gets really, really out of control and hairy, right? It's all a big mystery. By Bill Bainbridge and Jordan Fennell, dated Wednesday, 31 July 2019. Shin Akshu moved around 400 of her followers to Fiji in 2014, supplied Grace Road Church. What's going on with the churches, y'all? What's up with that? The leader of a South Korean doomsday cult who detained hundreds of her followers in Fiji has been sentenced to 6 years in prison. 6 years in prison, troll. After she was convicted of child abuse. Child abuse, FBI. False imprisonment, FBI. And assault of a child. Key points. Shin Akyu's followers were subjected to collective beatings and physical torture. Kind of like the kids in Scientology. Public record. Don't even try it. The Grace Road Church still has several hundred followers in Fiji. It runs a chain of restaurants. They just love their restaurants, don't they? Across the country, as well as a rice plantation. Plantation. Isn't that an interesting word? Shin Akshu, the follower of the Grace Road Church, moved around 400 of her followers. Followers. Always a different word, isn't it? Moved around 400 of her followers to Fiji in 2014, claiming the country was chosen by God as a safe haven from a coming total famine and drought. Oh, is it the apocalypse? Oh, be scared. Be so scared, everyone. After arriving in the Pacific Nation, here it comes, you guys. Their passports were confiscated. Passports were confiscated, just like the children in Scientology, FBI, Homeland Security. And some followers were subjected to ritual assaults. Some followers were subjected to ritual assaults. The court said victims had suffered helplessly from collective beatings. Like the children in Scientology, troll. Physical torture and severe fear. Always the same story. A documentary about the cult that aired on South Korean television. Last year included video footage showing Shin participating in the violence. I believe in demon possession, you guys. Totally do. Shin Akshu was shown slapping a follower in footage aired on South Korean television last year. Why not a child, you guys? Isn't that the weirdest thing? It's like there's this blanket of omission everywhere. No video evidence of her or someone else hitting a child. Child, troll. Grace Road Church still has several hundred followers in Fiji, as well as business interests, some of which have received top awards from the country's prime minister. It's always the same with these folks, isn't it? Told you guys they love their awards. Received top awards from the country's prime minister. Prime minister, minister. Frank Bainimarama. Xiaoyang Li, a woman who spent time with the cult and still has family in Fiji, told the ABC many of Shin's followers are still fiercely loyal to her. However, others have fled. Too bad the Scientology children couldn't flee, right? Miss Lee detailed her experiences inside the Grace Road Church in an interview with the ABC last year, including her escape from the group's Fiji compound. I think this reminds me of some type of ritual torture or something. If you guys are familiar with satanic ritual abuse, or I don't know, those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. It's very similar. It's to make people obey, to be submissive, to take away their free will and their probably will to live. Xiaoyang Li fled the Grace Road Church's Fiji compound in 2014, leaving behind her mother and 11 other members of her extended family. They are still in denial. A lot of their supporters there. Supporters, followers. I'm going to check the gematria of that. They were angry about the verdict, obviously, and they were telling people that we are all liars. Deny, just like Scientology. And not to listen to us. Just like the same that they talk about suppress the people in Scientology. To not listen to us, the victims. Always the same story. Cheng Han-sham, the chairman of the Korean Fiji Society, said while the Koreans in his community didn't have any contact with those in the Grace Road Church, they were disappointed with the sentence given to Shin. Isn't that funny, you guys? Think about that one. Go make yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, have a soda, and think about, why didn't Shin get much of a sentence? It is more than 400 people who have lost their families. And many people say 6 years is too little, too short, he said. Many people like children, maybe? Investigations ongoing in Fiji. Mainstream churches in Fiji have long accused the Grace Road Church of being a cult. However, this has not prevented the organization's success in the deeply Christian nation. Isn't it interesting how everyone is submissive and obeys? It's always the underlying theme, isn't it? Grace Road runs a chain of restaurants across the country and won a Prime Minister's Business Award. You guys see? In 2017, for a rice farming venture. Were there children there? Look at this, you guys. It's always the same story. The kitchen. Enjoy fresh and healthy food. The Grace Road Church runs a chain of restaurants in Fiji, as well as agricultural business. The cult also pitched in to help rebuild lives shattered by the record-breaking Cyclone Winston, which tore through Fiji in 2016. In a statement, the Fijian government said it was aware of Shin's sentencing. How many of us have them? And that joint investigations by Fiji and South Korea into the church's activities were ongoing. We're ongoing, troll. Any business operating within Fiji, including the Grace Road Church and its business groups, is required to adhere to Fijian laws, the statement said. Imagine that, you guys. Miss Lee said she hoped the Fijian government would order the group out of the country in light of the convictions. Come on, you guys. Wakey, wakey. I hope the Fijian government opens their eyes to see what she has done and what kind of organization this really is, she said. It's not an innocent church. Listen to this very closely, guys. It's not an innocent church. It's not an innocent farm or a company. Does that sound like an inversion, you guys? They are ruining a lot of people's lives. I personally believe ruining people's lives, just like looking for the ruin in LRH's Scientology, that there's this harnessing of life force, harnessing of people's energy, especially children, whom are innocent. So that's it, you guys. I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night wherever you are. Peace.